Hello friends, anyone coming in? I'm going to be up here live coloring. Doesn't look like anybody's here yet, but I was having internet problems, so hopefully people see that I'm now online. Hi Tammy, how are you? So nice to meet you. Thank you for all the nice comments. Hi Jen. Yay! I was so bored I decided to come on. A good reason, right? So I'm just coloring this page from Magical Jungle by Joanna Basford. I'm just trying to get my camera right. I had to plug it in, so the cord's kind of weighing it down and pulling it kind of funny, but I think it's on there good now. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just working on the greens right now. I kind of got my color scheme with a little variation from Julie's passion for coloring. Beautiful colors I have here. Whoa! They're going to be on the floor if I'm not careful. So I have juniper green. Boy, come on, Sherry. You're all fingers. You're all fumbly. Okay, let's try this again. We have juniper green, 165. We have permanent olive green in 167. Hooker's green, 159. Chrome oxide green, 278. Ooh, can't see that one. May green, 170. And deep cobalt green, 158. So that's what I'm working on, all the leaves. But I was watching her and I took some of her color scheme into account. So just working on it. So how is everyone this evening? Is anyone coloring, and what are you coloring in, and what are you coloring with? I'm just gonna start on these. There may be noise in the background. My son is here, my 22-year-old son. I call him Rulies, but his name is Raul. And then my dogs, you know, there is a package coming, so you may hear them go nutso. I think I want this permanent green olive. I'm gonna work in these really tiny little ones here. So not too many people streaming anymore, and I'm so lonely. I miss it. I just love going into color and chats and yucking it up with everybody, or not yakking it up with everybody. And so I had to come on. I told my son, I said, I'm going live. Maybe I'll go live every day. I think I'm going to try to go live every day from like around 2 in the afternoon, Pacific Standard Time. Oh, there's 5 people here. Welcome, everybody. Oh, a design original book. I'll look forward to seeing that. Markers. I'm not that great with markers yet, but I'm working on it. Right now I've been dabbling with finger painting. Are you kidding me? Did I just say finger painting? I've been dabbling with watercolors. I got the, I'll show you. Those that don't know me yet, I'm a self-professed shopaholic. And I have way more supplies than I do talent, but that's okay. So I got this Watercolor with Me in the Ocean. Gorgeous book. And it really just gives you step-by-step guides with simple... Oh, sorry, I hit the camera, guys. Simple... I already did the test here. You can see I don't use enough pigment, but I had the wrong paints. I only had a set of like kids paints with the right colors, so I have a better set now, but I wasn't going to buy anything expensive. But this is just a gorgeous book, really cool. My sister, this is by Dana Fox, and my sister had gotten the Watercolor with Me in the Forest, and I saw this one, and it was a good price on Amazon. It has watercolor paper, so it's really nice, thick pages. You can hear that they're nice and thick, and they take water. I'm sorry if I keep hitting the cord and shaking the camera. I'll put the book back because the camera is plugged in, so the cord is running right across. So every time I lift the page, it was whacking into the cord. So let me put this away. So back to our book. There we go. Demi, where do you live? If you don't mind saying. I mean, I don't need your whole address or anything. I just meant what country and what state. Or Providence. Oh, thank you, my darling Christine. Thank you for coming. Thank you. I used Julie's passion for coloring. I looked at one of hers and got the ideas. I did improvise a little bit, but I got the colors from her, so they're beautiful colors. That's sometimes I have a problem knowing which greens go together. Green is my favorite color, so I think all greens go together until I put them down. Oh, she's wonderful. I wish I could color like her, the way she just goes in hard and just goes for it. Oh, I love it. But I think all greens go together until I look at the paper, and then all of a sudden I'm like, that doesn't really look good. I don't know if it's better with the light. I know this is going to show my arm for a minute, but let's see how it looks without the light. Is it too dark? The light seems to be washing. Oh yeah, too dark. Oh well. See, that's more of the true color. It's a little brighter. Let's leave the light off. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I have fun, and I have just really decided that polychromos are my favorite pencil. They are my favorite, but I still love all of them. Fingers missed. This doesn't look too dark or anything. I like it. I'll leave the natural light on. It's daylight savings now, so we should have light for a while. Hi, Lisa. Thanks for coming in. You know, Christine, I was looking back for something. I know, I hate when I lose my hour. Hate it. When it's fall and I get my hour, I revel, and I'm so excited, but I cannot stand giving up that hour. No one asked my permission. I am not giving it willingly. I think it's stealing, but that's my opinion. Totally hate that they take my hour away. Oh, yeah, that's right. You're in the UK, right? Oh, no. Well, I know my daughter doesn't. She's in New Zealand, and she doesn't change until the end of the month either. Right. It isn't necessary. Nature takes care of it itself, you know? We get longer days in the summer. And I know that it's for work and, you know, I mean, it was for crops and stuff, right? But, I mean, I know it does help, like, not having to use lights or something, but I don't know. I think it's ridiculous. I don't really know the full reason for it, so I shouldn't speak about it until I do know. You're in the UK, Lisa? Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, we don't do that anymore. Not in this country. Can't even imagine asking my kid to help on a farm. I can barely get that, you know, not this one now, but when mine were younger, I could barely get them to take out the trash, let alone go work on a farm. Can you imagine? Kids these days don't have near as much responsibility as they did in the past. Kids grew up much quicker, had a whole lot of responsibility early on. Oh, that's cool. Oh, I didn't see where Tammy was. Pennsylvania. There you go. That's right by Virginia, right? I'm so bad with geography. I don't know the East Coast at all. I know I've been through Pennsylvania when I was in the Army. I know. Technology is, we are so blessed with that. Well, yeah, we are so blessed. So you guys shout at me if you guys can't see, because of course my eyes will adjust, and I'll just keep coloring in the dark. I used to do that when I would read books. Hi, Sue. Thank you for coming. I would start a book and I would just lay there reading it, and I would pull myself away from it and realize it was almost completely dark in the room I was in, and I was just reading away. My eyes just adjusted, and I'm sure it wasn't really good for me, but I would just get so into the book that so yeah, I came on because I'm bored. I think I told Shannon I'm going to come on every day at 2 because nobody's on anymore. And I don't care. I love talking to everybody and seeing everybody, and it's so much easier for me to be on live than to type. So I could sit here and color and chat. So I like that idea. Oh yeah, fully absorbed, definitely. I'm not a reader anymore, but I used to be in high school and younger, and then before I had kids, I read, but you know, I just didn't keep it up much once I had kids. Started reading Dr. Seuss and Good Night Moon and all of those books. Tammy, that would be 5 o'clock your time because you're on Eastern Standard, right? Because I'm here in California. I'm in San Diego. So we're 3 hours ahead of you. Oh yeah, 3 hours behind you. And then Hawaii's behind us. That's pretty crazy. Yes, it's only 5:25. Correct. 5-ish. Yeah, and I did promise my sister she doesn't get off work until I think 3:30. So I told her I would go on at 4 one day a week. Right, it's 8:30 there. All right, this one has to be this color. This is my first page. Oh no, I did a page for when Becky had the big colorathon, or the color along where everybody colored in the book, and I did color a page in this, but that's the only one I've done. So anyway, Kristen, I was going through past pictures in my phone. I take a picture of everything that I color. And I didn't realize how many mandalas of yours I've done. So I claimed that mandalas aren't my thing. Oh yeah, the HK5 project. That mandalas aren't my thing, but I sure have colored a lot of them. Somebody sent, we got one of those meal deliveries. We got a special because it's our first time trying it out. It's through HelloFresh. And tonight's some Parmesan chicken, I think. Well, of course, you draw the most beautiful ones. I think that's probably why I do them. Now, when I first started coloring, I colored in the Color Me Stress-Free, Color Me Happy, those ones. I had, I can't remember which one I had. Yeah, it does sound yummy, huh, Tammy? We had 2 meals. We've had 3. This will be the 3rd. Oh, it's raining out. And the first 2 were unbelievable. We couldn't believe how tasty they were. And my son's a good cook. He's really, gotten the hang of making sure everything's done on time and that kind of stuff. And so I wasn't worried about his skill. I just wasn't sure how the flavors would be, if they would be, overly seasoned or you can't taste the actual food. And oh no, we had these vegetarian enchiladas. Oh, they were salsa verde enchiladas. They were with black beans and poblano peppers. I had never seen a poblano pepper. They are gigantic. They're like that big. And you could not miss you did not miss the meat. The black beans and the poblano pepper, I hope I'm saying that right, poblano, were so tasty. Now, they did use flour tortillas for the enchiladas instead of corn. I prefer corn. They just give me a little bit firmer texture, and I like the flavor better. But other than that, they were so yummy. There was, and they were, I don't know if they were a Calorie Smart, but they were vegetarian. They were just delicious. And then the next one we went ahead and got, I got the hamburger. It was a gourmet burger. Oh my gosh, they were so good. So yeah, these plans, if they're priced good, you know, they're pretty great for families, I think, you know, who are so busy. And, you know, they have to be small families because you couldn't afford to feed a lot of people with the meal delivery. But, oh, they are so tasty. This one was. We had tried another one before. This one we have now is HelloFresh. I think it's like the #1. And they offered like almost $100 off, so it was well worth it. But the other one was called Easy Plate or something like that, and the food was okay. We had quite a few problems. Poblano, yeah, Poblano. Yes, they said they use them a lot for chile relleno. So I have had them before. I've just never seen one. I've never seen how gigantic they are. I noticed some of my, that I did with the cobalt, I must have been, I don't know what I was doing, but they're not dark enough. I want this real bright. I noticed that my colorings compared to other people seem to be a lot more muted colors than other people. They seem to get theirs so bright, and I think maybe I'm afraid of wax bloom, or that I don't want to put too much color down. I don't know. I'm not sure what the reason is, but I was like, I want to make mine bright like the other people. Julie, man, she just go rocking right in there and just bam, she puts down color. When I first learned, you know, doing adult coloring, I was watching Erin at Simple Farts, not Simple Farts, Simple Art for Adults. And she talked about doing, you know, soft layers and doing it. Oh, she certainly can. She is amazing with those. But with polychromos, she doesn't even use a blender. She just does the highlight as she's coloring. She just lightens it in an area and then darkens it in an area. She's pretty amazing to watch with polys too, because polys don't blend. I mean, they blend, but nothing like a Prismacolor. They're more for layering, and she doesn't layer. So when I watched Erin had said, you know, you have to, you know, lay down in light layers, and Erin is a lot like Sammy, just layer after layer after layer. And I haven't seen her. And so then someone had said something about Julie's passion for coloring, so I flipped on her channel, and I saw her go in with the Prismacolor like bam, and I was like, oh no, she's not coloring the right way. Until I saw the rest of what she did, and I was like, yeah, I take that back. She's coloring exactly the way she should, because it is gorgeous. I'll have to check out Lori. I don't think I've ever seen her. But yeah, I was like, no, you're doing it wrong. You're not supposed to do that with your Prismacolors. You're going to get wax bloom. And I don't ever see any of that. Is it because she uses a blender? Oh, I have so much to learn. I've been doing this since... I kind of started dabbling in the beginning of 2018. But from 2018, from the middle of 2018 until now, I've gone to New Zealand 5 times. So I take breaks. I still color, but I'm not following a lot of videos. So I still have a lot to learn. But I don't have a lot to buy, because I think I've bought almost everything. You want to see what I got, Christine? You came in late. My newest thing. You're going to laugh at me, Christine. I'm terrible. Yeah, she does. And she does use a blender pencil on Prismas. But she doesn't use other pencils. She doesn't combine colors or anything. Okay, so what I did, Christine, is I've been... playing with watercolors. You know, I bought myself that set of the real brush pens. So I bought this watercolor with me in the ocean. Shannon had got the this is by Dana Fox. She had gotten the watercolor with me in the forest, but I got the ocean, and it is so cool. Of course, I have a lot to learn, but that's what the book is for. I know you're laughing at me because I don't do water, do I? And you love water, and you make it look so cool. Now, I don't think I'll ever buy ink tents. I do have some Neo 2 knockoffs, the Lyras, and they're great, so I have those. I won't need Neo 2s, and I'm not going to buy ink tents because I have the Artesia watercolor pencils. But, oh, you have in the forest. Okay. So this one, I can tell that I need to put much more down, but these were really crappy watercolors. I was using a pan of a tray, I don't know, a kit with pans instead of the water brush pens. But I actually got a set, a cheap little set, but of artist quality watercolors to do specifically this, because the water brush pens, they're great, but they put down so much color it almost doesn't look like watercolor. So, and you have to then dip it in water, and I really want to try with a brush. Oh, you were? Isn't it so pretty? So anyway, it's got real simple, designs, tells you the colors, it tells you how to do it, and the paper is so nice and thick. If you want to flip through, I'll go through it real quick, Sue, if you want, or were you looking at it in person? I know they are, but Christine, I have everything. I don't need any more. I mean, I can't believe I just always find a reason to spend money. And I just got a notice from the IRS that my 2018 taxes, I messed up. I had to send them $1,600. I just had to write a check for $1,600. I'm like, no, that stuff I could have bought on Amazon. All right, well, I bought a pan of watercolors, or a pan of paint, watercolor paints. They were really cheap from Anna. I had some gift card credit, so I got them pretty inexpensive. But thank you. It's just a few, someone first on plastic palette. Okay. Yeah, I have that Caran d'Ache palette that's textured on one side and the other side is smooth, so it would probably work on that. Let me grab it, I'll show you. Oh, if I can open my drawer. See, it's so full I can't even open it. Come on, there's something stuck. Come on. Oh, hold on, guys. I'm going to tear up the joint here. What is sticky? Oh, it's not even what I'm thinking it was. Oh, it is that. Darn it. I knew I shouldn't have done that. There we go. I'm going to have to take that out of here. All right. I had got this because that's what I was doing with the watercolor pencils from Artesia. Yeah, I owed them $1,600. I was so mad. And that was for 2018 taxes. So here is the board. It's textured on this side, which is great for the pencils because you rub them on here. It's all stained, but you rub them on here and it takes the ink or the pencil off, and then oh, good for you, Sue. Yeah, I can't draw for anything. Stick figures run off the page screaming. Oh, okay, well, I can show it to you. Did you hurt yourself, Tammy, or was that me? Was I yelling out? I'm going to turn the light. Oh, no, I guess it's not dark. It looks fine. I have all my windows open, or my blinds open. So anyway, and this side, Christine, is smooth, 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 like glass. So I'm sure this would work. So that's that. And let me show you this, Sue. I won't flip through the whole thing, but I mean, it's a lot of pages. Let me see. I don't think they're numbered. But I mean, it's got to be 50 pages. Maybe not. They're thick, but here, I can go to the table of contents. Sorry if I keep hitting the cord and I know. Yeah, they had recalculated, I don't know. And, you know, I just wasn't, I mean, I thoroughly looked at it and, oh, there's a lot of pages because it says the index is at page 118. Oh, yeah. Look at this. There's 119 pages, Sue. So it's a big book. It's heavy. So there is all of this to practice. There is so much. I mean, for the price of it, I mean, look at all the water paper you're getting, watercolor paper. So yeah, it's amazing. So I think it was worth it. Well, hello, beautiful Alex. How are you, my dear? Are they the water soluble crayons or the wax? Oh, well, it's going on 6 p.m. here. Yeah, I think so. You talking about the book, Christine? It's almost 6 o'clock p.m. here, Alex, and I'm so bored. Nobody's streaming, and I miss talking to people. So yeah, the book, I think it was $13. That's just a steal for this. So you can't get that many pages of watercolor paper anywhere, and I think it'll be fun if it helps me, you know, learn about watercolor. I have a lot of time on my hands. I need to learn a lot of things. But I'm coloring this. I was just showing, I got a watercolor book, Alex. How are you feeling, my dear? And there's nobody I missed, is there? Oh, yeah. I think I colored Caribbean or African American skin one time, and I'm not very good at it. So, oh, that's so cool, Sue. What you got? That? What kind did you get? Alex, have you gotten all your goodies? Oh yes, Alex is. She used to be Kit Kat and color. No, Kitty Cat color. What were you before, Alex? Hi, Selena. How are you, my dear? How's your finger? That was such an, I didn't read how it happened. I saw on a stream you said it was anger, but oh, that was a terrible picture. Oh, good. I'm glad it's healing. So I'm actually coloring this from Joanna Basford. It's Magical Jungle Kitty Cat in Color. Yeah, that's who she used to be. And now she's Norwegian colorista, but she's always been sweet. So I'm using the polychromos. I got these this color scheme from Julie's Passion for Coloring. And I need help with color schemes sometimes, especially when there's a lot of green, which we know Joanna's books have, and especially Magical Jungle, because I don't know which greens kind of blend together. And I try scratching them out, but green's my favorite color, so I love all of them. There's not a green I don't like. So what was I starting on? Oh, I think I was, no. I think I was doing this. Do you hear the tap, tap, tap of little feet? I don't know if you can hear it. My puppies need their nails clipped. Taking them tomorrow. They are tap, tap, tapping. And when I go out to check the mail or whatever, even if I'm gone for 5 minutes, when I come back, it's tap, 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 tap. They dance around. You know, they're so happy to see me as if I've been gone for years and years. It's very cute. But I always say that. Tap, 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 tap. Because that's exactly what they sound like. You know, their feet are only... Oh, okay, Christine, make one for me. Their little tiny feet are just, you know... Oh yeah, I have 3 puppy dogs here. Tammy, I have Pixie. She's a, they're all rescues. She's a Chihuahua wire-haired terrier mix, and she'll be 13. And then Max is Husky Golden Retriever Lab mix. He's gigantic, and he will be 12 next month. So he thinks Pixie's his mom, and he's about 90 pounds, and Pixie's about 9 pounds. So it's pretty funny. And then, and he was abandoned when he was only 11 days old. So we've had him, I mean, he was abandoned at birth with his umbilical cord and 4 sisters. They all were abandoned. And so I got him, he was only 11 days old. And then Bailey is the youngest, and she will be 11, and she is a Chihuahua. I think she's got to have pug because she has a short nose. Oh no. Well, I was just saying, I just got hit by the IRS, the Internal Revenue Service. I just had to send them $1,600 just unexpectedly. I got a bill in the mail, and I'm like, man. But I don't mess with the IRS. I just send it. But that was maddening. I wanted to order something. No, I'm kidding. I don't need another darn thing. Not another darn thing. I have way more supplies than I could ever use. But they're fun. They are fun. And I've tried everything. It's not like things just sit. Oh, that's good. So anyway, all 3 of my dogs grew up in a big yard, you know, running around and everything. And now... we've all retired to a high-rise apartment in downtown San Diego. It's just a little apartment, but they get to go on walks and be dogs of leisure now, so they don't have to, you know, protect a big house and run around in the yard like maniacs anymore. They're just content to sleep most of the day and then bark whenever Amazon comes, which is all the time. I mean, seriously. The most common phrase in my house is, get the Amazon package off the porch. So I got this color scheme from Julie's Passion for Coloring, and I'm loving these greens together. And I'm just playing around with the polys and coloring and having fun. I really think most people's work I see looks so bright compared to mine. And so I really want to try to get my work darker. Yes, Sue, we are supplying craft hoarders. I'm very organized and very neat, and part of my addiction is I get such satisfaction in organizing all my stuff. So it's twofold. I mean, it's threefold really, because I love coloring and I love shopping and I love organizing and making it look pretty and, you know, making it really functional. So everything's set up exactly the way I want it. Everything has a place. Everything has to get put back in its place. So yeah, it totally feeds all of my neurosis. Plus it helps me when I am, you know, depressed or anxious or, you know, just sad because, you know, because my oldest son and my oldest son lives in Australia. He's been there for 7 years, and my daughter and grandkids live in New Zealand. They've been there for going on 2 years, and me and my other son are here in San Diego, California. So I hate my family being so far apart. But I go to New Zealand and Australia quite a bit. Are you waiting or are you shopping? Oh, you did buy them? You know, I have the pan pastels and I love them, but they are so messy for me. I prefer the pebble chalk because it's more containable. The pan pastels, man, I need an entire dining room table to work with those. Oh my gosh, Lisa, I love puppies. Oh, I just love them. I remember when we got Max, he was just like, he was so fat and fluffy that his tummy distended. It wasn't distended. I mean, he didn't have worms or anything, but his tummy was bigger than his legs were long. So he couldn't walk because he was like a roly-poly. His legs didn't reach the ground. I mean, it only took a couple days, and he was just really opening his eyes and stuff when I got him, but he was so adorable. We would feed him the bottle, and when he would see the bottle, he would get, "Hi, Patty." Oh, that's so much fun. Yeah, he would get so excited when he saw the bottle. So I ended up feeding him the bottle probably 3 weeks longer or more than he needed it. He could have been eating food, but I just loved giving him a bottle so much that I kept doing it. Yeah, I have the Pablos. I like the Pablos. I'm not too happy with the luminance. They're not, you know, I think they feel crumbly. I mean, I use them, but they're my favorite. I have decided my favorite are the polychromos. I really like the Holbeins. I got those for myself, and I love them. And they work great in Clara Markova's books. Oh my goodness. And but you know, my go-tos are the polychromos and the prismas. I'm gonna get a drink of water, guys. Hold on. I woke up this morning and it felt so early. I was like, I'm going to stay asleep. And it was so late. I hate that the day just seems so much later. Or it seems, you know, earlier, but it's later. Is that what it is? Yeah, because we jumped ahead. Oh, see, it's scratchy to me too. You know, I think I need to get different paper for my PDFs, Patty, The one I got the one that Belinda recommended, and it was pretty expensive. I know the talent isn't in the pencils. I just wanted the pencils because that's how I am. I know, but you know what? I just love playing with everything. What paper did you get, Patty? Oh, how cute. Lisa, do you have Instagram? Do I follow you on Instagram? Oh, that's such expensive paper. I haven't tried it. Now those seem like they're for like real artists. I'm not a real artist. Like I said, stick figures go running off the page. Yeah, I pretty much mastered Prismas. I can use them on anything. And I really love polys. And I didn't have a learning curve with the Prismas. I learned them right away. Yeah. Sammy is colored on it, and so has, well, Dee Dee draws on it. But she uses colored pencil, so I've seen beautiful things on that tone tan paper. Yay! Good for you, Alex. Now you're gonna love those. Nina? Neenah? See, I have Nina, but I don't know which Nina. I'm going to go on hers. I think she has it listed in her descriptions of her videos. The one Belinda suggested, I think it's a temperamental paper. Yeah, but Nina has so many papers. Like the one that Belinda recommends is called Nina Classic Crest, Solar White, but it's extra smooth. So, Christine, I should send you the set I have. Mine are, I have like all the main colors so you can combine them and make other colors. I can show you them. I should just mail them to you, Christine. I don't think I'll ever use them. They're right here. They're dusty. I mean, I have used them. Can you see them? So, I mean, they're all the primary colors and then browns, and so you can make anything with these. Yeah, I would, I'll send them to you. I have a package I can send them in right now, and they're even in a nice case. And I might keep some of the tools because I do use those with the, these are stencils, but I can give you some finger dabbers, a couple of those. I'll send you, I have the pointy one, a round one, and this one. I'll send you those because I don't, oh, and the flat, so I have all of them, Christine. I guess I got them all. So you can see I've used them, I just don't, I'm not good at them. So I know you'll do wonders with them. And I'll send you the sponges. I don't know if they can be washed, but I'll send you those. I'll try to wash them. And then I have extras, toppers. Oh, that is so funny. Hi, Miss Kim. How are you, sexy lady? Don't ask me. They're messy as heck. Nina, exact index 94. Oh, thank you, Patty. You're so awesome to check that for me. Did I miss anybody coming in? Sorry, I was looking at the pan pastels. Well, and Christina's so talented, and she takes it to things so quickly. She's like a duck on water. And Christine has used them. Yeah, I'll send you these, and these are still good. So I think the only one that's not good is this one. And I'll just send this one without it, but I'll send you these because they're still good. You could probably, I don't want to waste them. I'll try to wash them, but you may get them dirty. You don't care. I know you don't care. So I'll send you that, Christine. Yeah, because I am not using them, and they're just sitting here. They've been sitting here for over a year, and I haven't touched them. And I'll send you an extra. I don't know, that's an extra. Because they come like this. Hold on. The top, see there's only one lid. But then this one, because you can stack them all together. That would be a ridiculous way to store them though. But I bought the tray to put them in. So I'll pop these in the mail tomorrow. And then you have to promise to do something beautiful for me. So, yeah. I am keeping this because I use this one for the, what are those called? Oh, here's this one too. They're so dirty. I mean, these are messy, 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 messy things. Oh, I think I am gonna keep one of these because I have little. I'm gonna keep this, but I'll put yours in here. Why are you embarrassed? You are so talented, Christine. I mean, just like whatever you touch seems to, just come out beautiful. All of your colorings are just beautiful. So you don't care how dirty they are? I don't want to spend a lot of time and get my sink all dirty. I'll put them in baggies so they don't come all. Okay, good. Now you'll have all four. And there's a good amount of, oh, there it's over here. A good amount of the replacements. There's not very many pointy ones because those were the ones that I kept breaking. But there's the oval, the pointy, the spatula, and the square. I don't know. There's like super pointy. That's the one I don't have any for, but I think I have for all the others. And I'll throw in these finger dabbers. So, all right, I'm gonna put this all together for you. I'm gonna throw it back in here so I don't forget. Oh, I forgot to put these in here. Good night, Lisa. Thank you so much for coming. No, that's what I have, the Jane Davenports. I have the palette for the Jane Davenports, and I have, yes, that's what I'm going to keep because that's the one I use for the Jane Davenports and for the Pebble Chop. So, yes, that's what it is, Christine. I couldn't remember what it was. I knew it was for something. All right, let me get this out of here. They're so messy, they could have messed up my picture, but they erase, so. That's what's nice about the pan pastels is that you can erase them so well. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna wash my hands. They got a little dirty touching that stuff. Okay, I kind of feel weird sending you my used stuff, but we're friends, so that's okay, right? I'm allowed to do that. This isn't a giveaway or something. Oh. Oh, okay, good. There's still plenty left. They go a long way. And I think it was Shannon that got them all black like that because she was doing a dark, dark purple background, I think, for Halloween. So I hate it when my book is crooked on the screen. I know it's my phone that's crooked. There's such a delay. Vanessa, hi Vanessa, I didn't see. Who's Vanessa? Oh, the baby, she's kicking. Oh, it's so exciting. You know, Alex, I had a new granddaughter born. She's 7 months old now. Yeah, and these ones have so many colors, you'll be able to make whatever color you want. I think they blend that way. I'm pretty sure they do. This is Magical Jungle by, I keep another book the same size underneath so it keeps it straight, but it's Magical Jungle by Joanna Basford. No, I know she isn't. Oh my gosh. Alex, I'm going to have to send you, I don't know if you've seen it. There's a video going around. I got it on Facebook of a baby that had been delivered and was on the mother's tummy, but the baby was still in the amniotic sac. And so you could see it as it was beautiful, and the baby was moving and kicking, and it was still in the sack. It was so pretty. Oh, aren't her books so beautiful, Patty? Oh, how fun. Oh, I was thinking you might have to build it out of pencils. I'm just kidding, Alex. Yeah, she's got beautiful books. All right, Sue. Oh, cool. You got my joke though, right? That you were going to have to build it out of pencils. Build her furniture out of pencils. I was just joking with you. Not really judging or offend. I didn't mean to offend. It was all a joke. I think it's absolutely wonderful that you got yourself all that stuff. And I think it's absolutely wonderful that you're having a baby. But I was teasing. I said that you'd have to build it out of pencils because you bought so many pencils that you'd have to build her baby furniture out of it. Get it? Ha 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 ha. Oh. Well, I was saying that you would have to build the furniture, like build her crib out of pencils. That's so funny. Oh, I had so much fun. My husband was in the Navy, my first husband, and so I was home by myself for a good portion of it. And I remember putting the crib together, and I was young and able to do things like that, get on the floor and everything. And I remember trying to slide under the crib, and my belly got in the way, and it was the first time that I really realized that I had a big belly, and it was super cool. And I decorated the room because he wasn't there. I got to decorate it exactly the way I wanted to decorate it. I've seen them on Amazon, Patty. They're called Star Joy Deli pencils. What is that, Sue, that you hate using? Okay, Patty. Oh, Christine will get you a link. Yeah, I know I've seen them on because I was going to order them for me to take to New Zealand because I just wanted a pencil set to leave there. But I wanted a good size set, and I decided I had an extra set of Prismacolors, and I was like, why don't I, because I can get Prismacolors wherever I want to replace them. And so that was perfect. So I just am taking a set of Prismas there because they're universal. They can use them on anything. You like the deli, Sue? Oh, those are what's too pretty that you don't want to use? Yeah, I was really lucky. I had beautiful pregnancies. I did. I didn't gain hardly any weight. Other than I got sick in the beginning, nauseous and throwing up, but I felt good after I threw up. As long as I was just careful about when I ate and how much I ate, I was fine. And I just felt like I looked so good. And oh, they are. Yeah, that's another thing about having pencils that can't be bought open stock. If one goes out, then I don't know what you do. So that's when I resolved myself to not buying any more pencils that couldn't be bought open stock. And that's when I had already purchased the polychromos, but it was after I had been using some of the other pencils. I had the Libras. Those were one of the first sets I bought after the Prismas. And there you can get open stock. And so then I had been using the Black Widows, and there were some colors I really liked, and I noticed that they were going down, and then the Artesias, and I realized, why am I buying all these pencils that I can't replace? So that's when I stopped using them, and I bought the more expensive pencils. But now, there's going to be pencils I don't hardly use at all, and I only have to buy the ones I want. Oh, thank you, Christine. Yeah, I knew I had seen them. The roll up, I don't think those are the right ones, Patty. The ones that roll up didn't seem like they're the same pencil. They're a different style. The ones Christine has, the ones that compare to the polychromos in appearance, come in a tin. I think the ones that come in a roll up aren't the same ones. Right, you can replace Prismas, and Lyras are inexpensive, and I like Lyras. I think they're a good pencil, and you can replace those. Yeah, so the delis came in a tin. Yeah, my first one, I was like 30 weeks and I had only gained 5 pounds, and they were concerned that he was going to be too small, and he ended up coming out bigger than average. But, and then my daughter, I ended up gaining 17 pounds total with him, but, they are the same pencils. Okay, Christine. And Amazon is so good. If they're wrong, you can send them back. With my daughter, I lost weight too in the beginning, and I had a huge stomach. The last month of my pregnancy, people were asking me if I was having twins. It looked like she was standing on her feet, poking her head out my belly. And I only gained 5 pounds that whole pregnancy. But I started off heavier, and so I didn't need to gain weight. That's okay, Alex. The baby, because you have to think that your blood doubles in pregnancy, so you have that weight. The water that the baby lives in, there's that weight. And the baby itself is another, good amount of weight. And then all of the, the placenta and everything. So you should gain weight. I mean, you should put on some weight. They don't want you to put on too much weight, but not enough weight isn't healthy for you, more likely, because the baby will get what she needs. It's going to take from you, and you need to be, you're going to have a new baby. If you're going to breastfeed, you're going to need to be healthy when she comes out. Oh, okay. Yeah, for some reason I thought they were different pencils when I was looking. And so I thought that they only the tin was the correct ones. Has she had any before? Has she had any children before? Or is it her first? Oh, okay. Yeah, Sue, I thought that they were different. I got some pen pencils on my page. Oh, wow. Yeah, some people just, usually you show more in subsequent pregnancies, but some people, everybody's body's different. If she wants you to gain weight, one of the best ways to gain weight is to eat an avocado a day. Very, very healthy for you, but it's a good way to gain weight. I don't know if you like avocados, but that adds a good amount of calories, and they're so yummy. Put it on toast or... Let me get back to this. I keep feeling like I'm starting ones and then not finishing them. Let me get this. This one doesn't look finished. Because I'm yakking so much, I'm not paying attention to my coloring. So Christina, I was thinking I'm going to come on live every day. I'm so lonely. I need the interaction. Oh, yeah. Yeah, to be on the safe side, I would order the ones in the tin because I know those are the ones that you like and that work really well. You know what's going to happen? you're just going to all of a sudden pop. All of a sudden you're going to wake up and go, oh my gosh, how many weeks are you? Yeah, all first-time moms hope their babies come out sooner. No, of course not. Yeah, I actually like the the binder looking ones. And I could get those sometimes pretty inexpensive, but I'm a shopaholic. I love to keep looking and shopping, and I love to be organized. But I did promise Shannon, Christine, that I would come on. I really want to come on at about 2 Pacific Standard Time every day, because then the UK is still up, and hopefully Mo and Gary can join us, and then, but I did promise Shannon I would go on later one day a week so that she could join us. Ow. My son probably won't like it too much because then he has to be quiet. He's probably in there sleeping right now because he couldn't talk. Oh, wow. You're more than halfway. That's exciting. Yeah, you'll show soon. Have you started feeling her kicking a lot? And you know, some pregnant women stay round and they don't actually get the big pointy belly. Oh my gosh, the last 3 months of your pregnancy seem like a year, and then the baby is 3 months old before you know it. You like blink your eye and the baby is 3 months old, but the last 3 months of your pregnancy takes forever. And then it comes all over again when you have grandchildren. You know, the pregnancy seems to last forever, and then the baby's born, and then before you know it, they're 8 years old. Yep, so I have 3 kids, and now I have 3 grandbabies. Wow, that is incredibly early. Yeah, I didn't feel my first one. Hi, Kenny. You're so sweet. Thank you. Very nice to see you. Yeah, I just missed lives, and I wanted to come on. I was bored, and I wanted to color, but I'm not really coloring. I color better when I'm not talking. So I don't know how much coloring I'll get done when I'm on. But thank you so much for coming in. Oh, 4 grandbabies. Oh, aren't they the absolute best? I keep telling my daughter I love them just a little bit more. And that sounds so sad, but it's because they're part of her. So it's just like my kids, and then the icing on top of that, or the cherry on top. So it's just that much more special. And I have really cute ones, huh, Christine? I know. I'm so glad she's back, Kenny. I missed her. I love your streams. I'm so sad I missed your last one. Thank you, Christine. Yeah. I brag about them enough, don't I? They're so cute. Oh yeah, that's not gross. Yeah, I realized after I recognized that my son was kicking my first one. Bye, Kenny. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. See you later, sweetie. Oh, wow. Now I have 8, 19 months, and 7 months. But when I realized that that was my son kicking, then I realized I had been feeling it for a while. To me, it felt like bubbles popping. And I thought it was just air moving around. In fact, now, as a woman in menopause, I couldn't possibly be pregnant. When I get an air pocket or something moving around in my tummy, I'm like, oh, that feels like a baby. I go out to see my grandkids a lot. They moved to New Zealand almost 2 years ago. My daughter only had the one, and then boy number 2 was in her tummy. And then quite unexpectedly, girl, the third one, came just a year later. No, I did in the very beginning when they're so tiny you can't even really feel them. They're so small that they don't really have kicks. But to me, it felt like bubbles. And then of course, I could feel his butt pushing into my, stomach and giving me heartburn, and I could feel all that. But I had 3 babies with no epidural. My daughter, though, she is amazing. I cannot believe how good she is at giving birth and recovering. We in the United States do it all wrong. I'll tell you what, the way they do it in New Zealand is the way it should be done. Yeah, my daughter had her first one. She had an epidural. That was here in the States, my oldest grandson. But then the second son, Yum, I call him Yum. His name is William. She had him in water. She had him in a tub with just a and just a midwife. They don't have to see the doctor unless they're high risk. So she was able to give birth in the tub, and she had nothing. She didn't even get an aspirin, and she just so fast. She woke up in the morning. She says, "Yeah, I think I might be in labor." And then she saw she had a little blood, and she's like, "Yeah, maybe I should call the midwife." And the midwife's, "Oh, well, you're still talking to me. I'm sure you're fine, but I'll come by, because Sabrina had just met her. She'd only been seeing her for a month." And the midwife comes by and says, well, to the house, which is so different than America. And she said, "Well, I don't usually check moms this early in, but I'll check you if you want." And she checked her, and she was already 8 centimeters. And this girl was still laughing and talking through her contractions. Insane. My daughter's insane. And so she's like, "Yeah, I think you need to go to the hospital now," because she hadn't planned on a home birth. They would allow you to do the home birth there as well, but why have all the mess at the house? And then 2 hours after the placenta is delivered, they allow you to go home. Yeah, she was amazing. And then the third one, she was 3 weeks early, and again she woke up and she's like, "Yeah, Mom, I think maybe I'm in labor." And I'm like, "Well, you went fast with the second one. You're going to go really fast with this one." So we called the midwife. Again, she's laughing, talking through contractions, but she knew better. And she hadn't been the one. She was supposed to be the one, but she was on vacation the day, so she didn't deliver the second one. So she came over for the third one. And she said, "Well, I realize that you're 3 weeks and a day early, so you're considered premature. So we're probably going to have to send you up to Christchurch," which was about 40 minutes away. And we're like, she's never going to make it. She's going to have that baby in the car. So she said, "Come on into the hospital. and we'll check you and then decide if you have to go up to Christchurch. Again, she checked her. She was already like 8-9 centimeters. She's like, yeah, you're not going to Christchurch. And everything was fine. She wasn't really a preemie. Her estimate of when the baby was due was closer to when she was actually born than what the ultrasound said she was due. So she really wasn't early. And she, wow. Yeah, it's free in New Zealand as well, but they just take it as, I hated being in the hospital. I mean, here in America, you could stay too, but I was like, I want to go home. I want to sleep in my own bed. I want my baby to sleep, where it's comfortable for me. I don't know. I just thought it was so much nicer to be home. But my daughter, she had to stay after the third one because the baby was considered premature. They had to monitor the baby all night long. So mom stayed. And their hospital, it looks like a regular bed. I stayed with her. Her husband stayed home with the other 2 kids, and I stayed with her. It's just a regular room, doesn't have a TV. And then my daughter went home the next day, so. Yeah, hey, I've been in the hospital not having had a baby, and I don't mind it at all. But after a baby, I wanted to be out of the hospital. But I've had plenty of hospital stays, and I like them. They're, it's like someone's waiting on you hand and foot. But after a baby, I don't know. They, and farting. After a baby, I don't know. I wanted to get him home. I wanted to get all of them home. And so, my first one, I was home pretty quick too. And I had a little bit of a rough time pushing him out, but without farts. Yeah, that's so funny. Yeah, no, there's nothing wrong with staying, and there's nothing wrong with, they were sending people home too early. And, but I'm telling you what, in New Zealand, it's all about how the mom, they don't make you leave. They just say if you want to. Oh, I would have more if I could. I would have had, I don't even know how many kids. I had to get my tubes tied because I loved being pregnant and I loved giving birth and having babies and breastfeeding and all of it. Well, it was so nice talking to you, Tammy. I'm sorry if all this talk about birth is a little bit more than we should be talking about. Oh yeah, definitely. See that I loved it then, but I don't know. It was different for me, but I didn't have an epidural, but I had, local drug, just them giving me, it's kind of like giving you Tylenol or something, but oh, okay. Oh, good, because, we can get a little gross without remembering where we are. Yeah, I think that I am all about women's rights, and a woman wants an epidural, damn it, get an epidural, because why should you have to go through that if it's that bad? I have a totally different pain tolerance now that after my stroke, it did some changes in my brain. I'm pretty certain that I cannot handle pain the way that I used to. And, I have no regrets or what's the word? Qualms about taking medication and doing what I have to do to stay out of pain. And your own little slaves. Oh, I was septic and I was in a private room, and I got septic a couple of years ago, and I was really sick, but I didn't feel bad. But I was like sick. I guess like 50% of people that get septic die. And glad I didn't know that till I got out. And I had the cutest male nurse, and he never had to do anything really gross. So, I didn't want him to do that, anything disgusting. But oh my goodness, I loved it then. He was so nice and very nice eye candy. Here I am objectifying men, but he was a beautiful male nurse. You know, I don't go to stores, I order online, and I bought a whole bunch of toilet paper and stuff the other day, but I did order some things yesterday, but nothing I needed. I mean, nothing I needed. I didn't order what I didn't need. I bought dog food and stuff, but I have tons of paper towels and toilet paper, and I'm not freaking out because... So I'm not looking for those things, but I'm sure, oh, really? Oh, that's terrible. You know, my mom thought that I had a low pain level, a low pain tolerance too, because I would always, you know, boo-hoo about all the little things. And then she saw me go through labor, and she's like, she totally did a 180. And in fact, when I was in labor with my daughter, my second child, she was on the phone with me. She's like, I told her, I said, I have some contractions. And she's like, you get to the hospital. You didn't think labor hurt with Jake. You're going to have that baby in the living room. Because she knew that I didn't think labor was all so bad. I thought it was, I mean, it was doable. Oh my gosh, that's awful. Oh no. Oh no, Patty. I don't know if that's happening here in California. You know, I don't watch the news, so. Oh, wow, Patty. Yeah, my daughter, she had the last two, absolutely nothing. Not even, like I said, oh, I'm sorry. The last one, they did give her the gas, which I'm telling you, giving them nitrous oxide, it is so safe, and I don't know why they don't do that here in the States. She just needed it to take the edge off, but it's not really a drug, and it is, but it's just a gas, and it doesn't stay in your body. Don't be scared, you know, your body knows what to do, and you know you have the options there, and you know that you're in charge. It's your body, it's your baby, and so you get to decide how it gets done, and you can't go in with any preconceived notions. You can't go in saying, I'm not going to have an epidural, because then if you do, then you might feel bad. Or if you say, I would never have a cesarean, but then you have to have a cesarean. Then I had a woman who, she was depressed because she had gotten herself so convinced that she was never going to have a cesarean that, no, they don't they don't use it, only for dentist offices. And then it's not very often, but no, they don't have nitrous oxide in labor rooms. It is a beautiful thing. I agree, Kim. And like I said, you get to decide. And if you can make up a birth plan and what you're going to decide, but if you don't have anything hard, fast, you know, if you know that at a moment you can change your mind, you're going to do just fine, Alex. It is a beautiful thing. You just cannot, there's nothing that can prepare you for how that feels. And how it feels, and it doesn't happen instantly either. Don't, you know, a lot of people say as soon as they have their baby, they're just in love, but it'll happen, and it could happen right away. It could take a few days, and don't feel bad about that either. But there is a moment, no matter when it is, that you fall in love, and it's the very first time you've ever done it. I'm telling you, it's absolutely something that can't even be described. That's good. And and you can definitely, that's the same thing. My daughter wanted a water birth, but and she wanted one with the second one, and the first one worked out perfect, but the second one, they said no because she was considered a preemie, and the water birth, the babies can lose their temperature too quickly, and they wouldn't do it. So, you know, she just had to, you know, forego it. But, you know, no matter how she comes out, she's going to be out, and you are going to be like, okay, she's here. I don't care how it happened. She's here. A warm wet washcloth. Yeah, I'm sure that's how they had to do it in the olden days. I know people that there are places on Etsy and other places that you can buy washable toilet paper that people, that's what they use. They do not use toilet paper. They will not use it for environmental reasons. Man, we got that toilet paper from Costco, and they are such huge rolls. They take forever to run out. Oh, I know how you feel, Alex. I remember after a busy day at work and whatever, when I was pregnant with my first, I would go home and go into the room that I made for him, and I would just lay there and I would just think, I get to think about Jake right now, that was my time, that I could just think about him and look through his clothes and look at his room and just think about him. It was my time to think about him because I'd been too busy that day. And I had to wash his clothes 2 times because I kept playing with them so much that I had to rewash them. I'm sure they weren't really dirty, but of course I thought they were. So I think it's pretty funny, but yeah, it's an amazing time, and I'm so happy that you're enjoying it and you know, reveling in it, because it is just amazing. And that feeling, you know, like, have you ever like gotten I planned a wedding, and then you get married and then it's over, and it's like anticlimactic. And Christmas, you build up, and then it's over with. And then it's like, it's almost depressing. Having a baby, it just keeps going. It never goes away, you know? The feelings I have for my kids now, who are 28, 24, and 22, are the same, if not more intense than they were when they were born. Oh, you won't even remember the pain until you have another one, and then you go, oh crap, I have to do that again. But it is miraculous. My tummy is all bubbly just thinking about it. It's amazing. It is I'm envious of women when they're going through it, because it's such a great feeling. And that love is so powerful. Yeah, oh, sure. Yeah, and make sure he does the skin to skin. And you know what was so sweet? After Sabrina had the Liam, the second baby boy, in the water, then his dad did skin to skin, but then Andrew did skin to skin. And it was so cute because he was 6 then. And so when Catalina was born, he was 7. And when the midwife handed her to Dad, Andrew ripped off his shirt and he says, oh, it's my time for the skin to skin. And I just thought it was so absolutely precious. He is like, oh my gosh, he's my heart. My oldest grandson is just amazing. And he is such a good big brother, but he just ripped his shirt off, you know, right there in front of everybody. My time for my skin to skin. You know what? That's how I felt, Patty, when I went in to get my tubes tied. I felt like I don't want to do this. I don't want to get my tubes tied, but I have to, you know? And I remember being so sad about it. And there were times that, I know, isn't it so sweet, Alex? He is just precious. Yes, and William too. William, when William cries, or if he gets disciplined or something, he goes to Andrew to pick him up and hold him. And Andrew's 6 years older. It's a significant amount. A lot of kids his age wouldn't want to be involved with their little brothers and sisters, but he's really sweet. No, my daughter wants 6, and she's only 24. She had her first when she was only 15. And she and her husband have been together since they were 14 years old. They've broken up, but they had their first child, my grandson, when she was 15, which is why I'm so close to my grandkids, is because he was, you know, he lived with us, and I mean, I think people are close to their grandkids, but and then it just was natural for me to, you know, have to be there for my other ones. I just, you know, it's just never even a question. But yeah, she wants 6, her and her husband. We'll see if that happens, but they're waiting. She got pregnant with Catalina a little too soon after she had given birth to Yum. They're only 1 year and like 18 days apart. Thank you, Patty. Oh, I'm so glad you liked it. You see how much coloring I got done. Did I even add to it at all? I just like to talk. Oh my gosh, that's a lot, and that's a big age span. Yeah, Sabrina's, I only had 3, so Sabrina has 2 brothers, but her husband is the youngest of 6. Oh, thank you, Patty. Oh, you're so sweet. Well, I showed a book too, and some pan pastels, so hey, I did my job. You take care, Patty. Thanks so much. Oh, I probably should get going. We've been on here for over an hour and a half, but it hasn't gotten completely dark yet. That's nice. It's almost 7 o'clock, and it's still light out, so, and then it'll keep getting lighter, so that's nice. Oh, wow. That is crazy. Is she going to have more? Because if she is, then she could have one that's born an aunt or uncle. My uncle was only 3 years old when I was born, and my aunt was only 5 years old. So my grandma was still having kids. She had 6 kids total, but she had the last 2 after, you know. But my mom and dad were young. My dad was 19, almost 20 when I was born, and my mom was almost 18. But they had been married. They got married at 17 and 19 years old. And I was born before their first year of marriage. I was born like almost exactly 9 months later. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. What about that family in the UK they just had their 22nd child. They have 3 grandchildren already. And they do not take any assistance. They always take a big vacation. Now they have a YouTube channel. I don't know if it makes them money, but just an incredible family. I love them. Yep, 20. They lost 1, but they have 21 living children. But they are so sweet about the baby they lost. Oh my gosh. I saw what they do as tribute to him. And every time they go to a beach, in the sand, they write his name. And everybody goes around and you can see the beach and all of it. I think his name was, not Alfie. Alfie was the last one. I can't remember, but you see his name all up and down the sand because everybody writes his name in the sand to remember him. How wonderful is that? That is such a sweet, sweet way to remember him. Oh, how sweet. Oh, and she'll probably have lots of hand-me-downs for you. Probably toys and everything. Tell her to hold on to all the baby stuff and all the kid stuff. Yeah, they're called the, what is their name? It is, isn't it, Alex? It's just a sweet gesture. He was, it was, I think they've had 2 babies since then. And it's very sweet. They're an incredible family. They're on YouTube. I wish I can remember their name. If you type in UK's largest family or biggest family, they'll come up. They're, I can't remember their names. But he owns a bakery, and of course she's a stay-home mom. But they are just lovely, lovely people. The kids are all happy. You know, they bitch and moan about, wanting some privacy, but really the parents even said, they bitch about it, but, well, they don't say that, but they groan about it, but then really when it comes down to it, they don't want their own space. They like having somebody around. So they're just a neat family. I really like them. I can't remember their name. Oh, how cute. Oh yeah, after she comes, you guys are going to be looking at pictures and deciding who she looks like. It's just so much fun. I love babies, and I just loved being a mom. I took it, when I decided, we planned for my first baby. We were, doing the duty on schedule and everything, and it was just a commitment, even though my husband left when my son was only, 6 months old, jerk. But, and we had been married 3 years before our son was born. And, he left when we had been married 4 years. And, but I was still a committed mom. I knew that was my responsibility to be a mom, and I took it seriously. I made mistakes, definitely, but I never took it lightly. I realized the importance of, raising happy, healthy kids, being there for them, encouraging them and stuff like that. I loved it. Oh, I know. But you know what? You're going to see her in you, and that'll be amazing. You're going to see you in her, not her in you, or both. You're going to see both. But you're going to see you in her, and you're going to take lots of pictures, so you'll make up for it. But you're going to see you now in her. Anyway, guys, I'm going to be going. It's late. I need to get something to drink. My water ran out. My mouth is dry, and I need to get something to eat. So, oh no, remember my son was going to cook for me tonight. Oh, I'm going to have to go wake his butt up. But thank you guys for coming. This was a lot of fun. I always like I'm talking about babies. Always. I can always talk about pregnancy and labor and delivery and babies and oh, thank you, Kim. Hugs to you too. Thank you all so much. I really appreciate you guys coming, keeping me company, and thank you so much, Kim and Christine. Thank you, Alex. Take care, guys. Thank you. Love you guys. Bye. Maybe I'll be back tomorrow. Who knows? All right, guys. Stay sexy.